For all of your sports in Lorain, keep your TV tuned to TV 20, Lorain City Schools Television.
Good evening and welcome to Maple Heights High School. It's a beautiful Friday night for football, LEL style. The 4-2 Maple Heights Mustangs hosting the 4-2 Lorain High School Titans. And while last week didn't turn out the way Lorain would have liked it in their trip to Bedford, tonight's almost a play-in game for the playoffs, Steve.
Yeah, and you know the Titans, like you said, they coming off a tough loss last week at Bedford, and hopefully the Titans can rebound tonight, play some football, and take care of business here at Maple Heights.
Well, if Bedford is the consensus #1 team in the LEL by virtue of their 6-0 record, these are the next two best teams, both by record and I think in most people's minds at this point in the season. And it's a big game for Lorain, but certainly also a big game for Maple Heights as they look to enhance their Division II playoff chances and keep the import of their last game. They close with those Bedford Bearcats.
Yeah, it's a big one here tonight, that's for sure.
Well, this is a beautiful new facility here in Maple Heights, and we'll be back with tonight's opening kickoff right after this message.
Inspiring city and campus. Inspiring people. Inspiring creativity. Inspiring hands-on learning. Inspiring global experiences. Inspiring traditions. Be a Buckeye. Inspire.
Jay Ferguson, Steve Cawthon, Bob Schlembaker back here at Maple Heights High School in this beautiful new AstroTurf facility for this LEL battle. Sherman Saunders, #5, will tee the ball up for Lorain, kicking from left to right. Deep for Maple. #4 is Curtis Brown. And to the near side, it looks like #18, Jawan Moss. Officials clearing the runway, and we're just about set to go here. Big game for the Titans as well as for Maple Heights.
In perfect conditions tonight,
Saunders' little poocher will hit a lineman, and it's stuck right there at the 45. 11 quarts long on the play. Cortez long. And Maple will have great field position to start out, Steve.
Yeah, kind of an interesting kick there to start the game, but
we've laughed about that all season.
Yeah.
It's hard to scout Lorain on kickoffs because we don't do the same thing twice.
No, not at all.
Well, we've played 3 seconds, though. Maple near side, 3 receivers to the near short side. Another one split 20 yards to the right. #2 was calling out the singles. Now he ships to the wing. That's Gino Hinton. Lamar Smith will take the snap at quarterback. Rolling to his right. Throwing. He's got 8. He's got 10. Breaks a couple tackles. And going to be a gain inside the 40 of Lorain.
15 yards. 15 yards.
That's a nice first play there for Maple, getting into Titans territory early.
Number 8, Javante Richardson, it appeared to be on the catch. So the Lorain defense had suffered some indignities last week, to say the least. Needs to tighten things up on the evening tonight. Smith's alone in the backfield, double wings. Now motion. Fake the jet sweep. He's going to bring it back against the grain. Runs into the inside of the line. Aaron Neal there, along with 28, Aaron Huff.
Yeah, nice play there to stop that before it turned into something bigger in the second level.
And that's what you need there. 2nd and 1, or 2nd and 11 on the loss of 1. And you get them off schedule a little bit.
Like you said, the Titans need to tighten that defense up after last week with Bedford kind of having their way with them at times.
They bring the tight end in and a wing to the near side now. Go under center, turn, give to the strong side. Going to turn the corner, go to get inside the 40, down near the 35. That's Nas Bohannon, 15, out from his end, but gain is about 6, 7. Going to be 3rd and 4.
And a key early third down here for Maple. See if the Titans defense can make a play.
And you're pretty close to 4-down territory,
I would
depending on what
agree.
happens here. Lamar Smith, the quarterback, up under center again. 3 to the right, 2 to the left. Motion, jet sweep. Jet sweep gets the corner, gets the first down, it appears.
That's right at the 30.
Juwan Moss was the ball carrier. Just shy of the first down.
Titans got a good spot on that one, I think.
Yeah, I think so. Fourth and 1. Maple quickly to the line. They shift to a full house tee. Lorain jumped.
Can't do that early.
Lorain jumped on the shift and then the hard cadence, and they get it without having to snap the ball.
And the Titans have done a pretty good job most of the year without committing penalties of that nature, and that's just one that kind of bit up, got them the first down without really having to do anything.
So 1st and 10 at the 26. We're 2.5 into the first quarter, no score. Maple on their first drive. Smith under center. Straight ahead, first down and more, down to the 11 is Kier Hawkins. Going to be a first down. 1st and 10 on the 11. They can make a first down without scoring a touchdown. That looked too easy.
Yeah, so far Maple Heights is moving the ball with little resistance from the Titans defense.
Full T formation again, and it's the old cross buck for a gain of a couple. Sterling Jeffries in there, number 7, first man on the play. Gain is to about the 9. Call it 2nd and 8. Tight line splits in there, and then they've got a group of receivers to the far side, and they're going to run that way. They've got all 9. Everybody but the quarterback is over there. That was the old, we're going to outnumber you at the point of attack, and I think they did. I don't think the Lorain defense reacted to the set, which put a tight end and 3 receivers on the wing that turned into blockers.
Yeah, 3rd down and about 4, it looks like, from here.
Well, this next play will be important. For sure. 7:45 to go first quarter. Maple on their first possession. Cross.
Nice.
No
play.
gain there. In fact, they lost a couple. That was Hawkins.
Looks like Andres Torres there.
Okay.
A nice
So it's going to be
play.
4th and 5.
And Maple is looking to go for it, but there's
a whistle and a flag now. This is going to be the get back warning.
Yep.
I'm not sure. As I look, I'm not sure what caught his eye.
Yeah, they look normal from this distance.
I mean, both sides do.
Official looked like he was talking to the Titans sidelines.
I mean, there's a rectangle there, and looks like every player on the sidelines, on both sidelines, is inside of it. 4th and 5. Back to pass, throw, touchdown, and that was pretty easy.
Yeah.
Number 8, Javante Richardson, cut in front of the cornerback, Perry Mincy. Just one of those situations where you can't give up the inside.
And he did on that one.
And it was just a quick move, and 6-0 Maple.
And that's a nice quick read for the quarterback. Sees his receiver making that cut. Boom, hits him in stride, touchdown.
Maple, extra point up and good. 7-0 Maple. Lorain looking for their first possession of the ball game.
Not the way Lorain High wanted to start this one, I'm sure.
Well, after the way they finished the last one, giving up a big fourth quarter up there in Bedford, I would be willing to say that this next possession is one of the more important possessions of the seasons for the Titans.
Yeah, you want to get that bad taste out of your mouth from Bedford. It was a good effort last week, but kind of ended sour, and you come out here tonight and you don't have a great kickoff, and Maple moves down the field pretty easily for the most part.
Converted 2 fourth downs.
So it's time for the Titans offense to respond. They've done a good job for the most part this season of doing that, so it will be their opportunity right now.
So gut check time for the Titans as they line up to receive the kick. That looks like the usual suspects. Is that Mincy?
Looks like Mincy.
It might be Kevin Davis, the near guy. It doesn't look like a number 4.
You're right, it is.
Brought back there, short kick for Maple Heights, caught in the air and brought back a couple of steps by 33, Carlos Chavis.
Now the Titans have good field position to start their first drive.
They'll be outside the 40. Interesting there.
Yeah, both teams are kind of, with their kickoff, they're kind of head scratching there a little bit.
Boy, part of this new facility is that scoreboard, and it is bright when it starts to flash.
And it's pretty crystal clear, too.
Usual cast of suspects for the Titan. Williamson is the quarterback. Chavis to his left, Sherm Saunders to his right. In the slot, this side is Rashad Berry. Aaron Neal is split 20 to this side. And the short side receiver is, I believe, Dejon Brown, number 17. First and 10 for Lorain. Straight ahead, Sherm Saunders. First down, a lot more.
He might go.
Sherman Saunders.
He's going to go.
To the house.
And that is a touchdown.
58 yards on the first play from scrimmage.
Well, Jay, I guess they answered our question with a gut check. There you go. What you can do, I can do.
You know,
beautiful run by Sherman Saunders. Hit that hole and he was gone.
You know, when I think about Lorain's offense and the free rein Eddie Williamson has to call plays, I think it's a remarkable thing.
Well, one thing the Titans do very, very well, and that is run the football. There's no doubt about it.
They're going to line up on the far hash. Sean Saunders joins Barry in the slot to the near side. Neal far side. Chavis now switches to the near side. Got to figure they're going to run something this way. Chavis straight ahead.
I think he's just short.
Well, if the ball was on his helmet, he was probably in, but he was knocked back and did not get the football across.
Yeah, I thought he was going to make it, but that...
7-6. We've played one possession for each team, and it looks like Madden 2015.
Yeah, this is a precursor for the evening. There's going to be a lot of points on the scoreboard tonight.
So, Lorain High's chance to serve now. They'll kick off again from our left. We've played 5 minutes and 6 seconds.
You figure on this nice field with this surface, the Titans' speed will hopefully be a greater asset. Last week playing in the rain at Bedford might have slowed them down just a tad, even though they did put up a lot of points. It's actually a perfect night for football.
It sure is. So we've played 5 minutes. It's 7-6. Sherman Saunders will...
Any bets on where the kickoff's going to go?
Absolutely not a clue.
Yeah.
Saunders kicked down to the 25, picked up there, 30, 35, 36. Moss is the return man.
A little more conventional on that one.
Yeah, gang tackle by a host of Titans, including 21 Sam McGuigan, the outside gunner on the kickoff. A little bit better starting position for the Titan defense, but that was so easy the last time that the field position didn't have much to do with anything.
Yeah, it'd be nice to see the Titans really make a stand here on defense.
Yep, 7-6 Maple, their second possession. They're spread out all across. Wide receiver, two to the right, 3 to the left, motion now. Nobody in the backfield now. That's Curtis Brown going to take it, and here comes 23, jet sweep, bowing deep, chase down, and after a gain of 3 or 4, tackle made by Orsler.
Yeah, nice pursuit there by Robert. That could have been disastrous if he got that corner.
They seem like they're very similar to Lorain in that they want to stretch you horizontally and try to break you vertically.
Yeah.
That's what Lorain was able to do on the first play of the game. And here it is again. Maple all spread out along the line. 3 to the near side, 2 to the far side. Now motion into the backfield. 23 is Robert Taylor. Snap, toss to Taylor coming this way. 40, big hit. That was Sterling Jeffries with the big hit.
Oh, that was a nice lick that he put on there.
And
you can feel that up here in the press box.
Yeah. Several family members of Robert Taylor's, I'm sure, felt that one.
Yeah. As they say, that's going to leave a mark.
Yes, it did. So, 3rd down, 4 at the 42. Double tight now for Maple. Wings to both sides. One wide receiver near side. Motion. Here comes the counter. 1st down and a lot more. 30. And finally run down out of bounds by McGuigan. And Mincy is Curtis Brown, but not before he's got a big gain.
Yeah, once Brown hit that seam, he had some daylight, and he definitely took advantage of it.
32. Very, very similar to the Lorain offense.
I agree. You feel like you're watching the Titans.
And if one thing that, if they've shown a tendency early, it's that they think they want to go away from motion.
Yeah.
To move the ball against Lorain. 1st and 10 at the 27. Snap. On the little lead, Curtis Brown gets ahead. He's got a good-sized gain there. 7, 8, 2nd and 2.
That's not what you want on 1st down, getting 8.
No. Now the whole playbook is open. Same play. Same play inside the 10. McGuigan makes a tackle down at the 8. But that was Curtis Brown.
I have a feeling we're going to hear his name a lot tonight.
1st and goal. 4:12 to go. Clock ticking 1st quarter. It's been a fast 1st quarter because we haven't had anything to stop the clock for other than 1st downs. Under center is Smith. Give to Huey. Up, shoot, Hinton. He gets down near the 5. If there's a weakness in the Lorain defense, it's the lack of size up front, maybe.
Yeah.
And I see they've gotten a little bit bigger inside right now. Kenneth Washington plays one of the defensive ends with number 13 on. He can't be 200 pounds. Low snap, picked up and straight ahead. And breaking a couple tackles in the house is Mar Smith.
That fumbled snap might have actually hurt the Titans a little bit. And so far, Maple Heights on offense is making it look real easy.
Yes, it is.
So I guess it's how the Titans turn again.
Snap for the extra point, spot down, kick up, and good. 14-6, Maple on top. 2 possessions to 1. Well, Steve, at some point, somebody's going to have to get a stop in this football game.
Well, I was just thinking, there may just be a turnover, key turnover somewhere. So far early on, it seems like both offenses are clicking. And if that's the case, that scoreboard's going to be moving a lot tonight.
You know, one thing both of these teams have on the other is basically 6 games of film.
Yes.
And that's a lot of information.
Yeah.
And you can tell right now that both offenses are, well, it's hard to say Lorain's offense is clicking on all cylinders when they've only run 1 play, but you couldn't run it any better.
Yeah.
So Maple will kick from right to left. Foot into ball at the 30, picked up by one of the up man, Aaron Neal. Neal breaks a tackle out across the 50.
Good starting position for the Titans.
Yeah. Aaron Neal's a wide receiver. He's used to handling the ball.
Well, the Titans have done a good job all year with their return game. They seem like they haven't taken it to the house. They've gotten nice yardage, which makes it a shorter field for the offense.
Williamson with the Saunders and Chavis in the backfield. Barry is in the slot far side, Neal to the near side. Brown split 20 on the left. High snap, Williamson hands to Chavis. He breaks a seam, he breaks a tackle, he's got 10 and more, finishes the run down inside the 35 at the 33.
Well, so far, so good.
15 on that play.
Question is, will anybody throw the ball tonight?
3 to the near side as Saunders goes into the slot. Chavis and Williamson alone in the backfield now. Now Saunders is going to move back next to Eddie. Snap. He's going to hand it to Saunders through the left side. Breaks the tackle. He's going to be down near another first down inside the 25. And that was all on a read by Eddie Williamson.
Yeah, that was a great read. He had a couple options there. And
second,
Titans offensive line's making some nice
second
holes.
and 1. Now it's going to be 1st and 10. Saunders spins through inside the 20. And the tempo gets up a little bit here. Lorain ready to go. As soon as the official gets out of the way, they roll the clock and Williamson calls the play. Snap. Chavis down to the 16. Give him 4 on the carry.
Maple player hurt there.
Mustang down on the field. Now, if it were truly a wounded Mustang, we would not be able to show what they do to wounded horses. But a time for both teams to catch their breaths with 2 minutes to go in the first quarter.
And I think the coach kind of told him, hey, you're hurt, go down.
Well, we're going to take a break, Steve, and we'll be back with the rest of the quarter after this timeout.
I started mentoring my mentee, Dantre, 4 years ago. I always thought about doing it. It always seemed like a good idea.
We were both nervous when we first met, but everything kind of fell into place.
Mentoring is important to anyone that's pretty fortunate in life to have a little bit of time to pass on that knowledge.
Etienne's a very close friend. I look at him as a brother and a father figure. He taught me just focus on the big picture because I would like to give back just like Etienne gave back to me. Be someone who matters to someone who matters.
All set to go now. 2nd and 7 for Lorain. Inside the 20 of Maple. Maple leads 14-6. Minute 50 to go first quarter. Williamson barks him out, turns, hands to Chavis, keeps it on the option. Eddie Williamson inside the 10, down near the 5, will have a first down.
Beautiful play fake there by Eddie.
Well, and I think part of that is that might be Chavis down, as he might have caught a cramp.
First down, Titans.
So we'll take another break for injury here. For Lorain, it's going to be 1st and goal on the 5. Trainer Tracy Menges out on the field. That's always good to see him roll over and start to move the legs.
Hopefully it's nothing major. And he's
Well, they're going to help him up.
I think he's okay.
Like I said, as much as anything, it might have been a cramp.
Yeah.
So Chavis will come out. Aaron Neal will move into the backfield with Saunders. And that brings 11. Perry Mincy in at wide receiver to this side.
All I remember is being petrified.
This is Rashad Berry time, too. Williamson in between Neal and Saunders. Saunders takes it, cuts back against the grain. He's down inside the 5, keeping the legs moving. Whistle just now blowing. He's down near the 2.
Yeah, you got the 3-yard line. 3 yards.
Titans still in the hurry-up
Let's
mode.
call it the 3. Lorain ready to go. Williamson, Saunders. That one fooled no one. That's no gain. Going to cost them a yard, I think.
Yeah.
You know what? Big Flo is in on the tackle. Saunders ball carrier.
A big third down here for the Titans, late first quarter.
Well, we know it's 4-down territory.
Yeah, there's no doubt about that.
I would be surprised to see this one remain inside the tackles. And I wouldn't be surprised to see Williamson rolling to this side.
There he goes. And there,
Eddie Williamson thought he had the easiest touchdown of his career, and he just didn't put anything on it, and he hit the linebacker.
Looked like Rashad Berry was wide open there.
He certainly was. He certainly was, but it's going to bring up 4th down and goal at the 4. 39 seconds to go in the quarter. 4th and 4. Williamson. Chavis back in with Saunders in the backfield. Chavis gets the... Eddie Williamson follows Chavis, and he's not going to get there. I don't know if that was a bad handoff or...
That didn't look good from the very beginning of that play.
That looked very disjointed once they got down to the goal line. And Maple Heights takes over on downs. Good stop for them. 32 seconds to go in the quarter. And for the first time, an offense doesn't score.
Yeah, I thought they might roll Eddie out again and give him an opportunity to run it or throw it, but...
Well, they've been running the option a little bit more down there, too.
That play was probably one of their more lacklusters of this first quarter at this point.
So if you're going to turn it over on downs, I guess giving it to the other team on the inside the 5 is good if you can get a stop. Maple backs are lined up in the end zone now. Wishbone formation. They pull a guard and they run that counter again. Another big gain cutting back and out near the 1st down. Number 4 is Curtis Brown. They're pulling the guard on almost every play and just blowing up the interior of the Lorain line.
Getting 10-yard chunks on 1st down is not a good sign.
So another 1st down, clock running with 12 seconds to go. Maple doesn't have to run a play here if they don't want to. They snap the ball quickly. There's the misdirection yet again. And outside the 20 before Aaron Neal submarines him into the quarter. It'll end with a 2nd down and 2 for Maple, but we've played 1 quarter. 14 for Maple Heights, 6 for Lorain. Back with 2nd quarter after this timeout.
Can I go to the sleepover?
Lucy, I want you to promise me something. If there's any drinking, I want you to say, no thanks, not my thing.
Mom.
I promise you, your real friends won't care. Deal?
I promise, Mom.
They really do hear you.
Did you pack your toothbrush?
For tips on how to start the talk, visit underagedrinking.samhsa.gov. A public service message from the Substance Abuse and Mental Health Services Administration.
2nd and 2 as we open the second quarter. Maple Heights now moving from left to right. They're on their 23. This is their third possession. Touchdowns on the first two have them on top 14-6. That play won't get it done. Orsler's in there. Kenny Washington's in there. And that time, the interior of the defense stepped up.
Yeah, we need to see a lot more of that. If they can start to do that, get penetration on that line there, that will definitely begin to change Maple's ability to run the football.
3rd and 2. 2 in the backfield behind Smith. Here comes the sweep. Nice cut behind the block. First down and a whole lot more out to the 35, gashing the Lorain defense for a gain of 12 on 3rd and 2.
First down, Mustangs!
And a sentence we've become familiar with, Steve. First down, Mustangs.
Yeah, it happened to us last week at Bedford. I mean, Bedford ran the ball very, very effectively, and so far tonight, Maple Heights is doing the same thing.
Under center, straight back now. Looking long, he's got a man behind us. Wow.
Perry looked like he kind of got lost on that a little bit.
Richardson makes the catch over Perry Mincy. It looks like right before the ball got there,
Yeah.
Mincy got grabbed and kind of staggered. And whatever happened, the result is 1st and 10 Maple on the Lorain 37.
I think, too, when Perry turned around for the ball, he might have slowed up just a tad, which is somewhat normal to happen.
3 receivers to the near side. Here, we thought they were doing us a favor by throwing it. They're 2 for 2 in the air. Motion, counter. Rashad Berry
says hello
from his end, but the gain still 3. That was Moss, number 18. Again, Maple spread out along the line. Smith alone in the backfield now gets a motion man, and Brown settles in behind him. Here comes a second motion, jet sweep. Shoestring tackle by McGuigan prevented a big gainer.
He almost broke that one.
But that's still going to be a Maple Heights first down. On the 26-yard line.
First down, Mustangs!
Let's remember, this drive started at about the 2.
Yeah. Well, I mentioned earlier that the Titan speed might be helped by this turf, and it definitely looks like Maple Heights is using their speed to their advantage with the cutbacks and shiftiness, and so far they are moving the ball at will.
Tight end and motion go that left, and then run goes left. Nice cut, and he's going to end up scoring, isn't he? Oh, nice saving tackle there.
Is that Eddie Williamson?
Eddie Williamson made the tackle. Having to bring the quarterback in to play defense isn't a good thing, but he saved a touchdown right there. And that was student body left with a cutback.
Is that Kier Hawkins?
Yes.
Yeah, he took it to the left and brought it back to the right. And almost took it to the house. Wasn't for Eddie Williamson. A little trip up.
9:14 to go in the half. Maple already on top, 14-6, looking for more. Straight ahead. Brown shut down after a gain of 1 or 2. Flag on the play. In there, it's one of two things. It's either a face mask or a hold.
And we have a hold.
Well, that's one that Lorain needed right there.
Yeah. At this point, you'll take whatever assistance you might get.
So that'll go back to the 17-18 yard line. Still first down, but now it's 1st and goal from the 18. Now, the way they've been chewing up chunks of yards, that's not enough. So Lorain defense still has to step up and stop Smith and company. Snap, timeout, Lorain.
Timeout, Lorain. Timeout, Titan.
And it was funny because defensive coach Grooms here in the booth next to us right before that timeout stood up, and I don't know whether he saw something and called down for the timeout, but Coach McFarland was out there and loudly yelling for it in order to get.
The last thing you want is to have a play that burns you when you have them backed up 18 yards away.
Right. Yeah, this is must-stop territory for Lorain. And first down 18. I mean, we've opened the game. Maple Heights got the ball on a failed pooch kick and went 40 or 55 yards in a little less than 5 minutes with a 6-yard pass play for the touchdown. They kicked the extra point. They kicked off. Lorain got the ball on the 42, and they handed off, and about 9 seconds later, Sherman Saunders was in the end zone. It was 7-6, and the extra point failed. Well, the quarterback keep gets it down to the 11.
Yeah, it got almost 8 yards on that play, which is still not good enough. You got to do better than that on first down.
The other thing they're doing is just controlling the clock.
Yeah.
We're under 9 minutes. Snap back, throw out, swing pass. That's touchdown. That was nicely done. That was the running back, Curtis Brown. He got outside of the corner and the safety and beat them to the pylon, and Maple goes on top 20-6.
Yeah, it looked like Sam McGuigan read it, but he was coming from so far away. Just could not get there in time, and once Brown got the ball, as we have said many times tonight, Curtis Brown is doing a great job for the Mustangs.
And 21-6 after the kick, and Lorain finds himself in another big hole. This is
kind of unfamiliar territory for Lorain High this year.
This is the only other time they were down this much was at the end of the game last week.
I mean, they've been playing very close games, or they've been ahead.
Yes.
Maybe going back to the opener against Midview, you know, they were been in a lot of games where they have had the advantage of being in the lead.
Yep.
So again, it's gut check time for the Titans. Still a lot of time to go.
Well, but what you find yourself in is a position of having to score to answer.
Yes.
Because...
Well, and until you prove that you can stop Maple Heights, you can keep scoring. But right now, the Mustangs are looking at the scoreboard, and they're in control. And even if Lorain High scores, you know, that drive was what, 98 yards?
That was 98 yards.
So that was a, you know, they had 1st and 18 converted.
They converted 1st and goal from the 18. Yeah. And we didn't convert 1st and goal from the 5.
Right. So
I mean, that's the nuts in that last 2 possessions.
Yeah. I mean, you tip your hat to Maple Heights. They're doing a good job, but the Titans defense has got to find a way. You know, going back to last week in Bedford, the defense has not played particularly well with making
Richardson's
stops.
Kick near side looks like it's going to go out of bounds. Mincy watches it go out, and the Titans will benefit from that. Out to the 35, I believe. I'm surprised more teams don't make the kicking team kick it a second time.
Yeah. Yeah, because theoretically the 35 is, I mean, it's okay, but...
Well, it's where we were on the last one.
Right, yeah.
Williamson in the backfield, Saunders and Chavis. Near side is Brown. Give straight ahead. Nope, it's the option pitch. Chavis has it. Nice job of sleight of hand by Eddie Williamson, because he had me tackling Sherm Saunders. But Chavis is going to take it on the option, get out across the 45 for about 12. 1st and 10 Titans at the 47.
Great play call there. Eddie made the right read on that one.
Williamson, Chavis straight ahead. He's got 8, 10, 12, 11. Give him 11. Give him another first down.
Another great play on first down.
So Chavis with back-to-back carries for first downs, and Lorain quickly inside the 45. Moving the ball hasn't been the problem. Finishing and stopping the other team from moving the ball have been the issues.
Got a lot of free time. Yeah, but my brains are fine, so I'm not too worried.
Williamson wants to throw.
Oh,
thankfully, that was almost the no look intended for Aaron Neal. And
Brevin
got a cornerback sitting on that one.
I don't know about you, but when that ball first came out, I was like, uh-oh, that could be going the other way.
Well, Aaron's the only receiver to the far side. 2nd and 10, Lorain. Straight ahead, Saunders. Inside the 35, inside the 30, trips over the line, but not before he has a first down to the 28.
28-yard line.
First and 10 for Lorain.
Another nice run for the Titans offensive group.
Now Saunders comes back to join Chavis and Williamson. 7.5 to go first half. Again, Saunders. Straight ahead. Sherman Saunders to the house.
Nice.
And the horse collar.
Yep, I think they'll get the horse collar. But that was a very nice drive by the Titans and a much needed drive by the Titans. So the last thing you want to do if you're Lorain High is not score on that drive and allow Maple to go down and really put some distance in this football game.
Here's the bad thing. It only took them 1:17.
Well, and that, that's a great point because now their defense is going to have to go back out there.
Yep.
After a 98-yard drive.
Right.
The last time, so. Be nice if we could convert this 2-point conversion. Get it to 1 score.
It's interesting. I don't know what the choices are here. Can you take it on the kickoff, or can you take? I know you can take it on the extra point if you choose to.
They put it a little bit closer. Would be helpful.
When you're going for 2, it sure is.
Yeah.
On the other hand, an extra 15 on the kickoff would be really nice too.
As well.
Face mask is the call.
Face mask penalty called against the Mustangs.
I will say that referee is very emphatic with his calls.
Yeah, and he's going to. Lorain must be going to take it on the kickoff. So they'll go for 2 right from the middle of the field. Same lineup as the touchdown play. Chavis and Saunders in the backfield. Neal and Barry far side. Williamson rolls. Williamson wants to cut it up and keep it.
Oh.
Williamson takes a shot.
Nope.
Didn't get there again. Well, Lorain's got close twice. So 21-12 Maple Heights now. Lorain needed that score.
Yeah. There's got to be a soccer kicker somewhere we can get to kick these extra points.
So we've got a little more than half a quarter left in the first half. And Maple Heights is up by 9.
And again, the Titans defense is going to have to figure a way to stop the Maple Heights offense, especially Curtis Brown.
Well, they gave up 28 points in the second half last week.
Yeah.
And right now they've given up 21. Now the face mask penalty will move the ball across the 50 for Saunders to kick at the 45. Now what that does is 2 things. It really compacts Maple Heights' kicking lineup because they know Lorain's not afraid to dribble it along or pooch it or
well, that's another
whatever.
Question. If you're Lorain High, do you maybe try an onside here?
They're just so compact. Look how many guys you've got within 10 yards of the 35. I think you can try and kick it. They're gonna.
Yeah.
Well, it didn't go anywhere.
No.
As it was falling on at the 32, but that'll still be, you know, inside of where they've started on the other kicks.
Well, I think the coaches probably figured if they recover it, they still are inside their 35.
We're not going to give up a long return with the ball on the ground.
So, and if by chance the ball kicks around, we recover it, and who knows? So, time for the Titan defense to make a stand here with 7-12.
And again, you know, if you look at the by alignment, McGuigan's the only one more than 8 yards off the ball. Quick swing pass this way. This is the play they scored on. Run out of bounds by Orsler and McGuigan. Hawkins caught the ball. He's got 5 or 6, doesn't he?
Yeah, it looks to be.
Well, now it looks like
maybe not.
Going to give him 4. So, second and a short, 6. But Maple Heights offense firing on all 4. Wishbone formation now. Lorain tries to blitz. Run blitz works.
Sterling
Jeffries lost his head, but broke through and made a tackle for loss, and that was the contained run blitz there. Sterling was coming and got through where they were pulling the guard before the guard got there.
For Sterling tonight.
3rd and 9 now. Big play for the Titans. They've been unable to get off the field. And I would think if you're Maple Heights, you've got about your whole playbook available to you here. Alone in the backfield now, Smith. No motion, 3 to the near side. Oh. And he's going to be short, I believe.
And there's a penalty marker down in the secondary.
Is there? Yeah, way deep. There's a penalty marker.
Holding against the Titans.
McGuigan was back there with a Mustang. The penalty's going to go against Lorain, so the play's almost moot.
So instead of 4th and about 2.
Waiting to sort this one out. Preliminary indication from the back judge was holding on Lorain. Holding. Lorain. Boy, it's just a case of ready, fire, aim, Steve.
Yeah.
So they'll take it back to the original line and mark it off.
That will put it.
That's a first down for sure.
Yep, first and 10.
3rd and 9 turns into 1st and 10 at the 44.
First down, Mustangs.
No decision to be had there for Maple as to whether or not they were going to go on 4th and a half. Now they're on the 45. The box was at the 50.
And Maple Heights doesn't seem to like what they're doing, so they'll regroup.
Give the chain gang a chance to get reset.
Those guys are getting a workout tonight.
Yeah, they've been running up and down. So the situation is 1st and 10 at the Maple 44. Maple Heights, this is their 4th possession. They've got 3 touchdowns. Lorain with 3 possessions, 2 touchdowns, and they were stopped on the 2, which is basically the difference in this ball game.
Yeah, the loneliest guy in this stadium tonight is the punter.
Yeah. Well, we know Williamson punts for Lorain. We don't have any idea who the punter is for Maple Heights.
And at this point, I don't know if we're going to find out, because Maple might be in 4-down territory no matter where they're at.
Well, their defense has 1 more stop.
So far, that's the big difference in this football game. And that was a big stop right inside the 5-yard line.
Yep. Toss sweep to short side. Number advantage for Maple, but angles for Lorain. Orsler there, number 2, along with Aaron Huff, 28, run him out of bounds after about a 3-yard gain.
Now the Titans are probably happy with that, considering what they've been giving up on 1st down. So giving up 3 there, take that as a win, the Titans defense.
Notice the linebacker's been a little more active shooting the gaps.
But I think they're trying to
disrupt some flow there. You know, if they're going to pull a guard every time, you can make them pay for it by getting behind him. There it comes. That's what happens when when you don't make the tackle on the run blitz. It comes down to Sam McGuigan, the safety. Brown pulled down by Sam, but not before he gets across the 50 to the 47. 3rd and a yard.
Looked like there was a Titan hand on that football initially, trying to maybe strip it out, but Curtis Brown tucked that thing away and picked up nice yardage. So here we go with another 3rd down for the Mustangs. And they've been money all night long.
Yes, they have. 3rd and short this time. Full house tee. Fullback lead. Going to get the 1st down and more inside the 40. There's the big run by Hawkins down to, looks like, the 38. So he needed 1 and he got about 8.
He's awfully tall and lanky to be running the football, but he's running it hard.
Yep.
Keeps those feet pumping, and that was another nice run by him.
Well, the one thing they're getting is they're getting ahead of steam. They're moving before they're hit.
Yeah.
Which is an advantage Lorain has enjoyed most of the season, too.
That is correct.
Again, you watch the guards, they're almost telling you where they're going to run. Here he comes. They cut behind him that time. Right off the butt of the pulling guard, straight ahead. 3. Gain is 3.
I thought Robert Taylor was going to get a little more on that, but the Titans defense closed down that hole. And
Aaron Neal doing double duty inside for Lorain tonight. There's the fake of the jet sweep, quarterback keep. Real close, going to be about a yard short, I think, is Lamar Smith.
30-yard line, gain of 5.
You're going to mark him right at the ball's going to touch the 30, so it's going to be 3rd and a short 2. 2.5 to go. Lorain really needs to get out of this without giving up points.
Yeah, that would be.
And get the ball coming out in the 2nd half.
Very big.
Full house tee. There's the fullback lead. And that's going to be a 1st down because he's finished that run real strong.
That pile of bodies on it, move forward.
Now, if the guy on the far side marked, he didn't move. I don't know what he was marking there.
I thought that was a 1st down.
Well, the guy on the far side stood stock still with his foot planted, like he saw a knee down.
Yeah, he might have.
I mean, he was, I was going to say, if he's the man that spots the ball, it's not a 1st down.
Yeah.
And he did, and it wasn't. 4th and 1.
And the Titans
now a timeout, Maple.
Thought maybe the Mustangs were going to throw their challenge flag out for a second, but...
You know, they could throw that out with the rest of the laundry. It wouldn't matter. This is minute 52 to go in the half. 21-12 Maple Heights. 4th and a yard. And one of the more bizarre 3rd down plays because I think that was the only man in the stadium who had that spot. And boy, he stuck his foot down right away. I saw him. I said, if he's just spotting the ball, then they don't have it. You know, I thought maybe he was marking where they were going to mark off a penalty from, is what I thought he was doing.
Yeah, from up here, it looked like I was assuming it was a 1st down.
So Maple will come back out, 4th and 1.
Big opportunity for the Titans. They can make a stop here.
Now the first thing they have to do is not jump off sides.
That would be very
double tight, true. Double wing, one back in the backfield. Of course, Smith can run it as well. Now they shift to the full house tee and bring the end around to the near side. Unbalanced line. Give in the backfield. 1st down and a lot more. Kier Hawkins.
Hawkins, the ball carrier.
And I'm sure somebody on the Maple Heights sideline had to say, ball don't lie.
Yeah.
because they were sure they had it on third down. First and 10 at the 22 for Maple.
And if you're Maple Heights, you've got everything rolling. You can end the half with a score here, so
they're going to throw. They want to throw. Nah, brought down, and it's going to be a loss of a couple. That's Bohannon. Lost a yard, maybe two.
Surprised by that play call there a little bit.
Clock still runs. Maple's got one timeout left. Now they've got none timeouts left. Minute 8 to go in the half. Second and 12 for Maple at the 24. Now they've kicked every extra point, so they have the viable possibility of a field goal attempt at some point, although
very much so.
Right now you'd be asking about a 41-yarder.
Not sure his range,
and I don't think we have that.
No, but it is on the field turf, so that does give the kicker,
you get at least a clean look at it.
Yep.
And of course they got the block in high school that they can kick it from.
That's true. And there is relatively no wind tonight. Flags on top of the goalpost.
Well, if there's no wind, why is that horse spinning around like it is? If you haven't been here, and this is my first trip to Maple Heights in the new stadium, yeah, you got to try and make a game out here. It's just absolutely beautiful.
Yeah, great facility.
It wasn't a remodel job. It's a brand new from the ground up. We did a game a few years ago where we had to sit in the stands and use a flashlight to see our roster. I think he's open. On the throwback, number 18, Juwan Moss, is open as Denny's.
That hurt. Question was it going to be a fair catch on that play? Because it was a broken coverage somewhere. And that really...
So they'll attempt to kick. Fallon Huey is the kicker. Straight ahead. Got another one. 28 for Maple and 12 for Lorain. We got a minute 1 to go.
Well, they are definitely behind the 8 ball at this point. Again, still a lot of football to go, but the Titans defense has shown an inability right now to stop the Mustangs offense, and that's not going to get it done.
Well,
and the question now is, do the Titans try to get something going here with a minute to go, or do they, lick their wounds,
the way they've
get into the locker room?
The way they've run the ball, you don't have to open up too much.
And that could maybe get a nice kickoff return here. You got Davis and Mincy deep, so they have the ability to get a nice chunk of yardage on a kickoff return.
Richardson will kick off for Maple. He just scored the Mincy and Davis back for Lorain. Foot into ball.
Nice
coming
kick.
Down to Mincy, going to let it hop. Picks it up at the 17, takes it back to the middle, gets up the field to the 30. Out, pulled down by the shoelace at the 34. He was a step away.
Almost had that seam.
Yeah, but the Titans will start at 66 away from the goal line with 55 seconds to go.
Be nice for Lorain High to break off another big play here.
Now we've got 3 receivers to the far side as Saunders joins Barry inside of Neal. Near side Brown. Chavis straight ahead, got nothing and less. He may be going to get a no gain out of the play, which might make it the run of the night.
Yeah, Maple Heights was ready and waiting for that one.
42 seconds to go and clock is spinning. Williamson rolling, wants to throw and does. incomplete, intended for Rashad Berry. Rashad went up with one hand there. Tough play to make with one hand. Got to go up with two, big fella.
And at the other level, I don't know if you noticed, Aaron Neal looked like he was running down that sideline with no one around him, but Eddie went short side there.
Yeah, they closed up on, you know, when the ball got in the air, Aaron's guy stopped and came back. I saw him out there, but Eddie wasn't going to throw it that far on the move either. 3rd and 10. Now you got to worry about turning it over on Chavis. Williamson got smoked on the pitch.
Chavis got the first down.
Got a first down. 10, Kier Hawkins crashed down on Eddie, and that's what you do. That's one of the ways you stop the option. You hit the quarterback every play. Either he gets tired or they run out of quarterbacks. Williamson, straight back. Looking long. He got a man. That's Dejon Brown.
He's got it.
Oh, he dropped the football.
Wow. He had a man.
Dejon Brown had a touchdown in his hands.
Yes, he did. And Eddie put it right there in the breadbasket. Yeah, that's unfortunate.
So, no harm, no foul. 11 seconds to go. And Lorain without timeout, with 2 timeouts left. But 54 yards to go. Chavis in the backfield on the right of Williamson now. Snap back. Eddie wants to throw. Eddie's going to be under some duress now. Still on it, yeah. Cross the line to the 50, and that's going to stop. That's going to end the half. We've played 2 quarters in Maple. Maple 28, Lorain 12. Back with second half action after this timeout.
Is your child's sports performance inconsistent? Does she seem to be a few steps behind the soccer ball? Is he swinging early or late at the baseball? An eye coordination problem could be at the root of your child's difficulties. Vision screenings can be misleading because they are not designed to test all of the visual skills necessary for sports performance or for reading and learning. For more information on sports and vision, visit the website for the College of Optometrist and Vision Development at covd.org.
Back here at Maple Heights, Jay Ferguson, Steve Cawthon, and Bob Schlenbaker. Second half ready to begin. Titans trail the Mustangs of Maple Heights 28-12. Lorain will receive the ball. Number 8, Javante Richardson tees it up, and Maple will kick off.
Hopefully the Titans can get some momentum going here in the second half.
First couple of minutes of the second half going to be very important. First 2 possessions, I'd say, are going to be very important. Short kick. That's Rashad Berry out to the 35, 36. Give him. Rashad's he's going down to Columbus tomorrow for the Ohio State game. The offers are starting to roll in. I guess he was up at Michigan State last week.
Yes, he was.
And from what he's been telling me, I guess Minnesota's offered him and Iowa has offered him.
Nice to see one of our Lorain kids getting out there, getting some recognition.
Yeah. So Williamson in the backfield. Saunders and Chavis. And that's Saunders coming near side. Tripped over the 35. Ball came loose as he hit the ground. Going to get a couple yards on the play, and a lucky break on the fumble. He continues to swing that ball back and forth in the inside hand.
You got to watch it.
2nd and 8. Williamson straight ahead. Chavis down to the 40, out to the 41. Going to bring up 3rd and 5.
And already a big 3rd down for the Titans.
Tempo good, but it won't mean anything without a first down here. And I would not be stunned for us to be in 4-down territory. Williamson going deep. He's got a man. He's got Aaron Neal. Broken up. Aaron had to wait for the play, and the cornerback was able to run under it. Brevin Tyus made the play, and it'll be 4th and 5.
Yeah, on that one, Eddie put a little too much air there and allowed the corner to come in and knock the ball away.
Punt formation for the Titans.
Wow. And that's a quick 3 and out for the Titans. Not the way you want to start the second half.
Not even a minute. Now Williamson's the punter, so understand that. McGuigan is the personal protector. Maple Heights going to send 2 back. 14 Tyus, who broke up the play, is the deepest. Punt away, got a good one off. Tyus, fair catch called at the 25. Good boot for Eddie. No return on it.
Well,
but
not what the Titans were looking for to start the second half with that quick 3 and out.
Well, yeah, 3 and out for Lorain. Now the defense, which is the group that's got to make the adjustment right here, is the Lorain defense.
And I hate to say with 10:54 to go in the third quarter that this drive could be your ball game, but this drive could be your ball game. You cannot let Maple Heights go down and score.
You're right, Steve. I'm in agreement. Lamar Smith, the quarterback, throws, blocked. Now's Bohannon, 6'4" and a sophomore, got up and knocked it down.
Nice play there by the sophomore. Looking forward to see what he can do on the basketball court.
He's got all the athletic ability in the world.
Yeah, he's a keeper, that's for sure.
Student at early college. I had him for 2 years when he was in middle school, and just a really neat kid to be around. There's the counter. Gave the Titans fits in the first half. A little bit of adjustment as Aaron Neal got there.
Well, maybe the Titans
give him
here.
one. 3rd and 9 for Maple.
Need to get off the field here.
Receivers in. Maple Heights was perfect on 3rd down. Well, I guess they weren't. They had 2 4th downs, so, but they were perfect on 4th down. Snap. Rolling. Barry.
Ah, there you go. And a penalty
There's
marker.
The penalties.
I think that's going to be
illegal forward pass or intentional grounding.
One of the two.
I think that was Washington and 13 Kenny Washington with the there's lots of ways you can go here.
And the officials are going to put a pot of coffee on as they discuss this one.
Nice night for hot chocolate.
Yeah. This is your traditional October fall evening here in Ohio, that's for sure.
The frost will be on the pumpkins this evening. Be interesting if this is intentional grounding. If this is considered a fumble and it went out of bounds, there's the intentional grounding signal. Lost it down. So personal. What's
almost looks like he's doing the Macarena out there.
Yeah, I was going to say we need a little drums for that. So the first time the Titans hold.
Well, the Titans did their job on defense.
They do so in fine form.
Well, this is something odd. We haven't even played 2 minutes. We've had 2 drives that are going to end in punts.
We're going to end in punts, apparently. Neal and Williamson are deep for Lorain. That's interesting. I don't think Eddie's been back to return a punt. Dontravis Hawthorne not in uniform tonight. He's back usually on kickoffs, though. Mincy's not back. Neal. Oh. There were simultaneous contact there. Neal got the ball, and then they got Neal.
Yes. Brian Lumbus with a hit.
Well, but the field position exchange is a positive for Lorain as they gave it up on their side of the 50 and get it back on the plus 44. So
Titans got to do something with it now.
Yeah. 10 minutes even to go, 3rd quarter, 28-12. Williamson in the fully loaded gun. Sherman Saunders straight ahead. This is the play that started the ball game.
Nice run there by Sherm.
Sherm's going to get about 14 down to the 30.
It's always good when he's pumping those legs, driving for those few extra yards.
He's got to be over 100 now, as he got almost 60 on the first play of the game. He's got it again. He's got 5. He's got 6. And it's kind of a rugby scrum broke out.
Another nice run for Sherman.
Let's see where they put that. Down to the 24, so give him 6 6. Williamson looks it over and says, I'll keep it on the option. He's going to get maybe 1.
Yeah. Titans in the hurry up.
The tempo offense is moving now, but it's 3rd and 3 for Lorain. Sherm, Saunders, first down and more, down inside the 20 to appears to be the 16. Now call it the 17. They don't care where it's at, just get out of the way and let us go.
17-yard line.
Williamson looks over the defense. Option play to the right, pitch to Saunders. He's got the corner. He's in the house.
There you go, Sherman.
Sherman Saunders, 17 yards. And boy, did Lorain need that.
And the Titans are
Well, it didn't happen on the first possession, but it happened. Sherman Saunders with his 3rd touchdown of the night.
And now the Titans with a critical 2-point conversion to get it to a 1-score game. Titans have not done a very good job on converting those 2-point conversions tonight.
Well, they're going to move it to the near hash mark like they did the first time. Put the 3 receivers to Williamson's right. Kevin Davis near side by himself. Chavis in the backfield. They're going to run short side option. Eddie cuts it up. Eddie's
in.
Yep.
Got it.
Williamson falls forward into the end zone. He's been close twice before, but that's a big one because it makes the score 28 for Maple Heights, 12 for Lorain, or 20 for Lorain.
That was a very big drive for the Titans. Defense stepped up, and now it'll be back on their shoulders again to come up with another stop. But
okay, well, good adjustments at the half for the defense. And the offense didn't move it the first time, but obvious that they want to run the tempo.
Yeah.
And they kept at it. And that was a very nice 46-yard drive. And Sherman Saunders did a lot of the work.
Yeah, and it's amazing at all levels of football how that tempo offense works. The NFL, college, pro, high school, doesn't matter. It seems like teams excel when they can get into a rhythm and keep that defense kind of back on their heels.
Well, you know, one thing the offense always has the advantage of is you know what you're trying to do.
Exactly.
And if you know, and you don't let the other team make adjustments, and this becomes such a specialist game. The higher up you go, you've got 3rd down linebackers and nickel cornerbacks. Saunders will kick from the 40 right to left. 8:33 to go in the 3rd. Short one bounces on the turf down to about the 28, falls down. That was Moss falling down at about the 30. Be 1st and 10.
Have to be happy with that.
Second possession of the half for Maple. They were 3 and out the first time. One of the very infrequent penalty calls ended their first possession. Right at the 30-yard line.
We haven't had a turnover yet tonight, have we?
No, we have not. Maple comes out
here to someone to put the ball on the ground for the Mustangs.
Double tight. I'm going to roll this way, and quarterback's going to keep it. Bounces it to the outside, slips a tackle, and gets out of bounds outside the 40. First down at the 43. Nice run there by Lamar Smith. There's a flag behind the play, though,
hopefully
in the place where it's holding.
And there you go.
So that's going to cost them 10 from the previous spot, so it's going to cost them 23.
That is a very big play because instead of having the ball first down at, what, the 40 or thereabouts, you're all the way back to the...
Oh, they ought to take it back just inside the 20.
19-yard line.
So...
Well, the Titans, I'm sure, will take that.
Second and 20, or 1st and 20 as the down plays over. But it really puts you off schedule, especially when you've picked up 13 in a first down and lose it. So shotgun formation for Smith. Double wing, double wide. Now one of the wings slides back, and he'll carry the ball straight ahead, and nothing there. He may lose a yard when all is unpiled.
There's a gaggle of Titans.
Yes, there was.
Making the stop there.
Well, no gain. 2nd and 20.
Titans are set up in a perfect opportunity.
Well, you got to believe you're going to see one of those swing passes here one of these times, because we haven't stopped it yet.
Yeah.
And he's got the back in the backfield. That's who it's been to. Now there's a whistle. Timeout Maple.
It's always nice to see the opponent burn a timeout early in the half.
Joe Bach is living and dying with my updates here. He just sent me a text and said, "What's going on?" So,
tell him to tune in to TV 20 and find out.
That's right. So,
well, I know this week talking to some of the players in class, Eddie, Katie, Sly, a lot of guys said, hey, we're ready for this game. There's not going to be a hangover. And
right.
I wouldn't say there's a hangover effect from last week. It just, Maple Heights is playing very well.
That was just very efficient offense in the first half.
But the Titans are right in it, 1 score down. Defense has a chance to really turn the tide of this football game.
This is a big possession. Now the penalty makes it 2nd and 20. Heights ready to go. Smith is the quarterback, takes the snap, looks near side on the slant.
There you go.
That's Robert Orsler. There's a flag already. Holding Lorain.
Oh, Nelly.
Oh, my goodness. Now, is it post-possession or pre-possession?
Well, I guess, I don't know. The umpire was very emphatic about that.
It was the linebacker Orsler was under the play, so it had to be the cornerback outside the play. If it's post-possession, Lorain will get the ball and they'll step it off from the flag. If it's pre-possession, they'll step it off from the line of scrimmage and we'll play 2nd down over, and it'll be 2nd and basically 11.
Wow.
Penalties were a bugaboo of Lorain last week.
Well, if you recall last week, the fumble, not fumble, near the end of the game was a big call that was first. But
there was a chance to make yourself a break, and I didn't see it as I was guilty of following the ball.
I agree. I'd like to see that one again on the replay.
Rob Orsler in great position there. Good deep drop. And now that changes things. 2nd down, but now 2nd and 10. Tight formation sweep, going to cut back up the middle, nowhere to go. Titans are holding their lanes much better this half, as the cutback and the counter have been a little bit less effective. So 3rd and 10.
Be nice for the Titans to make a stop after you kind of get down a little bit. You had a turnover taken away, but if you can get off on 3rd down here, get the ball back, you're still in business.
Two to the left on the far side, 2 tight on the right. Wing back comes in motion and sets up in the backfield. That's Brown. Motion, jet sweep. Jet sweep. Oh. Well, for sure there was no first down made. Now, everybody on the Maple Heights bench was calling for a horse collar.
And there is a flag.
Is there? I sure can't see it.
See it. I've heard about it. But
yeah, rumor has it.
And they're calling a face mask, it looks like. Or
I was going to say, I think he got the top of the helmet, and I don't know. Personal foul, face mask. So
now the Titans are their own worst enemy right now on this drive.
You get 10 yards in penalties and give up 25.
So you've had a turnover taken away and theoretically another turnover because you get the ball back.
Yeah. So the mark-off is to the 44. Well, from the 19 to the 44 without gaining a yard go the Mustangs.
Yeah. I mean, the Titans have done a nice job defensively, but the penalties on this drive have been
6:20
magnified.
6:20 to go. Straight ahead. Bohannon grabbed onto the ball, or that was Berry, the near side end. Rashad Berry just tried to strip the ball. Had a lot of friends there to help on the tackle. Gain is going to be about, going to be a little bit more than it's.
I don't know how he got to that spot.
It was a yard. Listening to the guys in the Maple Heights press box, they said he went down at the 44 and got up at the 45.
Yeah, he got a yard somewhere, but
well, when you're giving away 15s and 10s on penalties, 1 yard is not to be worried. Defense has got to tighten up. Straight ahead, big hole. McGuigan up from his safety spot, along with Washington, 13, but the gain is 7, going to be 3rd and 2.
I would think Maple's in 2 down here, wouldn't you?
Yeah. 5 minutes to go, 3rd quarter. I hope we find out. We're not gonna.
No.
We're not going to, as the quick set and snap, and the Titans give up 7 off the right side and move the ball down to the 41. Hawkins with the nice run, one of the few times in the half that they've run away from their strength and done anything. As we said earlier, Lorain seemed to have made an adjustment. Double tight. 2 receivers left, motion that way. And that's Brown, and he yanks Aaron Huff ahead for about a 6-yard gain.
If you're getting 6 yards on 1st down, you're living good as an offense, that's for sure.
Kenny Washington also in on that play. 2nd and 4. Well, the things that Lorain needed to happen early in the quarter happened, but we unhappened them.
Well, on this drive, you don't want to start circling plays that are key, but this drive, the defense had 2 stops.
Unbalanced line now near side for Maple. That's big hole there. Eddie Williams pulled the ball loose.
And the Titans got it.
And the Titans got it.
And there's the turnover that you're...
Williamson pulled it loose. McGuigan fell on the ball, it looks like. And there's the big play the defense needed.
They've had 3 of them on this drive. Just finally this time they didn't have a yellow hanky out there to end it. It's like number 21. McGuigan on that recovery for the Titans.
Timeout now, Maple Heights. And I think they only had 10. I think that was the reason for the timeout, because the coach looked over his shoulder at the last horse to arrive from the roundup, and
the last
said,
thing you
"Where
want
were
is
you?"
to have only 10 guys against the Titans offense if they're going to be able to run the football like they have been.
But if you have 10 for one play and you don't recognize it, you're not going to get time to count because they're going to set up and go. Well, situation is third quarter. 3:44 to go, 28-20 Maple. They led by 16 at the half. Lorain with the only touchdown of the half, and it was a Sherman Saunders 17-yard run. And then Williamson converted the 2 points to make it 28-20. This is Lorain's 3rd possession of the half. And they had Maple stopped earlier on an Orsler interception. It was called back on a penalty. And then they had him stopped yet again, and a personal foul penalty gave Maple a 1st down. So, 1st and 10 at the 26. Williamson, straight ahead, Saunders, spins, 30, 35, 1st down, dives ahead, close to the 38.
Sherman Saunders again. It looks like he's running downhill a lot tonight.
Yeah, he's finishing them for hard.
Yes.
Snap again, straight ahead, Chavis. He's got 3 or 4 as he finishes off a run. Give him 3.
41 is 3 yards.
Williamson quickly calls him out again. High snap. Chavis lost yards there. Going to lose about a yard.
They said meet at the running back, and
they did.
Was the man that was corralled.
Interesting spot yet again.
Yeah.
He got up at he went down at the 41 and got up at the 40. 3rd and 8. Williamson wants to throw. Going to look long. He's got a man. He's got Rashad. Rashad had it knocked away. Ball was behind Rashad. He tried to make an adjustment, but it gave Cortez Long chance to recover, and it's punt time for the Titans. Eddie smacks himself on the helmet.
That's the 3rd time in this football game the Titans have had to play down the field that they have had a man open.
Yeah.
They just have not been able to connect.
Williamson is the kicker, remember. 4th and 8. A little bit long for a fake. Snap bounces back to Eddie, makes a nice play. Boot is away. Good kick. Going to hit and bounce inside the 25. On the turf, it'll roll dead at about the 22. Orsler downs it there. Or 17, excuse me. 1st and 10 for Maple. 2:21 to go, 3rd quarter. They still lead 28-20.
Titans have had their chances in this quarter here to really do something more than just the 1 touchdown, but the way the teams move up and down the field in the first half, you think no one would make a stop, and here in the second half, it's been just the opposite almost.
Yep. Maple full house T backfield. It was so effective in the first half. Quarterback's going to keep it behind 2. Maybe going to get 2 yards. Well, maybe he's going to have a yard.
Yeah.
Rashad Berry was right in there, along with Orsler.
Robert seems to be a lot of places tonight.
Yeah. Minute 55 to go, 3rd quarter. The next points in this game are going to be huge.
Oh, without a doubt.
Maple on the toss sweep.
Get in
Cut
there.
back, hit once, now tackle again at about the 19. McGuigan came up and finished the deal.
Yeah, they strung that out nicely, allowed Sammy to come in.
Bohannon from behind the play was part of it.
Here we are with a 3rd down and long. 3rd and 8.
Two to the far side, 2 to the short side. 1 in the backfield. Quarterback back to throw, throws out the flanker screen. Neal, nice tackle.
Play.
Aaron Neal just made a huge defensive play. He was one-on-one with the back Hawkins, and he came up and closed and held him to about 4 yards.
Circle
and it would have been a whole lot more than a first down.
Circle that one. Aaron Neal with a big defensive play for the Titans. And again, Lorain High holds, and we'll have the football back, and I would say pretty good field position.
Javante Richardson, number 8, is the kicker. Neal and Williamson at their own 48. 31 seconds to go in the 3rd quarter. High snap brought down. Neal backs away as it hits at the 45, bounces sideways.
Good bounce for the Titans.
Lands just about the tip of the maple leaf there at the 47-yard line with 19 seconds to go in the half.
First and 10.
Well, Lorain High has got to be happy with the way things have worked out. Opportunities are still on the table.
I was going to say, opportunities are there. Now, taking advantage of those opportunities is what's got to happen here. Big Josh Fenn with a word from Eddie Williamson. The left tackle Williamson with Saunders and Chavis alongside. Barry's in the slot. Nowhere to go for Saunders. And they're selling out to stop him. That may be the last play of the quarter as it lost a 2. Nah, they're gonna slowly line up, but that ends the quarter. We've played 3 in Maple Heights. The Mustangs 28, Titans 20. Back with the fourth quarter action after this timeout.
Hey Luda, got a sec?
Yeah, what's up?
I'm really worried. One of my friends is living on the street.
I know someone who can help.
Who?
1-800-RUNAWAY.org. They help kids having a rough time at home, in school, or on the street. You can do a live chat on their site. They will help get her to safety.
Thanks, Ludacris.
Trust the National Runaway Switchboard. If you're having a hard time, get online or call to chat now.
Barry comes in motion now to come to the near side and join Aaron Neal on the short side. Wishbone, look, there's a flag. That's in the place where you might get something on the center.
Yep.
And that's what it looks like. They're pointing back. Somebody in the middle of the line.
Back 5 yards. So 17 to go. Yeah, 17 to go.
Now the Titans are going the wrong direction now.
Yeah, 2nd and 17.
Offensive coordinators don't have a lot of 2nd and 17 plays in their playbook.
Well, I can give you one. Let's Sherm Saunders break some tackles or throw. Pass was intended for Kevin Davis. Good deep drop there by a linebacker, Tristan Battle-Hardy. He got up and pulled it down. Davis was underneath his cover man, but there was just no hole there for the pass to get fitted in.
Eddie seems to be putting a little bit of too much loft on the ball tonight, it seems.
11:53 to go in the ball game. 3rd and 17. Screen. No. Williamson breaks a couple tackles, gets outside, out near the 50, but not anywhere near the first down. Athletic play by Eddie, and probably a good decision not to put the ball in the air there.
Well, again, you don't want to turn it over in midfield, and you still a lot of, basically the whole fourth quarter to go. But again, opportunities on the table for the Titans to do something, and just can't.
Being down 8, you've almost got to think you're down 2 scores.
Right.
Realistically. Right. So Williamson's in punt formation. McGuigan is the personal protector. Maple's got a guy on the 10 and a guy on the 30. Eddie takes his time. Boot is away.
Nice kick.
Going to come down at about the 20.
Nice
bounce
roll.
Inside the 10.
Beautiful punt.
Going to roll dead at about the 6 or 7. Touchdown there by a Titan, Orsler. And it'll be at the 6.
Well, Eddie's done a nice job punting the ball tonight. That's
now we also gave up a 98-yard drive in the first half.
That is true.
So,
well, it would be nice if the Titans could make a stop here because they'd at least flip the field. If they
would really help here would be a safety.
That would be nice.
Because that would take the
2-point conversion,
the 8 thing out of the play. Maple spreads the field wide. 3 receivers to the short side, 2 to the wide side. Now motion, toss, reverse on the counter. They saved that for a special time, and he's going to get outside the 5 and maybe to the 8. Couple of yards.
A little dangerous to run that play down there, don't you think?
Yeah.
It's a rolling the dice.
But they saved it. I mean,
they must have seen something on the film or a tendency of the Titans. But
yeah, they've run a lot of misdirection against the Titans defense this week. Sweep. Bows it outside, got the corner, got the 10. Is there a flag?
Yeah, something came in over there.
Okay, they saw the man in the white half wind the clock, but still not seeing the flag.
In the area of a hold.
It is holding.
And it is, yep.
That'll take it back half the distance.
That's good for the Titans.
Yeah. Now, Lorain followed this up with 2 penalties of their own the last time, so it's going to go back from about the 9 to the 4.5 is what it looks like. So they're at the 4. It's going to be 2nd and 12.
4-yard line. 2nd down and 12.
Again under center. Turn.
Nice.
Give.
That's close
to a safety. That
I think is forward.
It's going to be a loss
inside the 1. Wow, they marked it at the 2.
I think that's a pretty good spot where contact was made. It certainly wasn't a safety, but
yeah.
I've also got a mullion in my way.
Well, the officiating spots tonight have been a little all over the place for both sides, but
so Jones under center, 3rd and 14. Going to go back in his end zone, throw it up.
Oh,
he caught it.
That's a hurt big time right there. Beautiful catch.
Yeah, just and size advantage there. Richardson had a big size advantage over both Eddie Williamson and the corner.
Made a nice adjustment on that ball.
Beautiful. Out to the 24. 29, excuse me. 27 on the play, and boy, there's a backbreaker. If you don't score, if you don't get it back here, mark that play down with about 9.5 to go. First, 2nd and. But what was it? It was 3rd down, wasn't it? 3rd and 14, 15, and they come out with 27 from their own 2.
Yeah, he was throwing that from his goal line.
Tight end, motion, run, quarterback and runner run into one another, but it still pays off in a gain of about 4.
And there's a late flag. I don't know what's going on in there. Maybe against Maple for.
Well, the Maple Heights quarterback looked really angry.
And it is against Maple. Personal foul.
All I saw was Lamar Smith look as mad as you can tell a football player is from 100 feet away.
If you're the Maple Heights coaching staff, you got to say, "Hey guys, come on."
Yeah, and if you're the Maple Heights player that did it, you've got to hope that nobody saw your number.
Got the lead, 4th quarter.
So it's going to take it back to the 19 and make it. Was it loss of down, or was it after the play, or was it? Yeah, it was dead ball, so it's going to cost them the down too. 2nd and 20.
Down and 20 yards.
That's a big break for the Titans. Now the question is, can they capitalize?
3 to the wide side, 2 to the near side. Jones is alone, or Smith rather. Smith is alone in the backfield. It's a bunch formation to the far side.
Incomplete.
It just was incomplete, which was probably from a Maple Heights point of view the best thing that could happen.
There were the Titans coming up on that.
Well, one thing you don't ever want to do is go to the ground to catch a ball behind the line of scrimmage.
And for the Titans, that stops the clock.
That was the same play they ran on 3rd down here with that quick out, and Aaron Neal made such a good play. 3rd and 20, 8:28 to go.
Titans cannot allow this to be converted here.
Yeah, this
got to stop them here.
3 to the short side. Going to roll wide side. Got a personal protector. Got a man behind Williamson. Both got twisted around. Williamson was there stride for stride, but the ball was thrown outside of where Eddie was, and not able to make an adjustment was Richardson, who we've seen make a couple of really fine catches, including that backbreaker that got him out on from the 3rd and 14 on the 2.
How big was that personal foul?
Now it's 4th down. Whether Maple Heights coaches realize it or not, okay, now that's the punter Richardson going back. I was going to say because the penalty was on 1st down, but it was dead ball, so it cost them a down.
Titans should get good field position out of this.
Got to catch the ball, fellas.
Low line drive.
Williamson picks it up on a hop. Outside to the 40.
Nice
40,
move.
35, 30.
He's still
down
in.
the sidelines. One man to beat. Cuts it in inside the 10. Down inside the 5 is Eddie Williamson.
Return by Eddie.
Talk about maturity and patience.
Wow.
He slowed, and I mean, he
shifty and juking and bobbing and weaving.
I've seen him move faster in the hallway right there than he just took his time and let his blockers block. So the result is going to be 1st and goal. It looks like at about the 5.
Well, the Titans are set up in a great spot here.
We had 1st and goal at the 5 once before, Steve.
Don't say it, Jay.
Didn't work out so good. So 8:04 to go.
You hate to see the
whistle,
Titans
and they waste a timeout.
I hate to see that.
And that may be as much as anything because their quarterback's gassed.
That very well could be.
And they only had 10 guys.
And that also might be a factor. Well, the Titans, with all the things that have gone wrong, are in position to do something special here.
Yeah.
Hopefully they can punch it in, and then you got the 2-point conversion.
Not sure who was missing there. I see Saunders and Chavis. I see Barry and Neal. I see Lorain as a tight end. If they've changed the formation, that's what it is. The wide receiver, Brown, is out, and Orsler is in at tight end. And they didn't communicate real well. Snap back to Williamson. Saunders.
He's going in.
To the house.
There you go. Sherman Saunders.
4 times tonight.
With a burst of speed and hit that hole and was not denied. And the Titans are right in position to tie this thing up.
Well, Sherman Saunders with his 4th touchdown of the evening. And now a big play. But with 8 minutes to go, it's not a do-or-die play.
No, it's not. I mean, there's still a lot of time, but you'd still like to see that game tied at 28.
Yeah, I'd rather be tied than down 2. That's for sure. Williamson with the fully loaded backfield. Straight ahead, Chavis.
He's in.
Easily.
There you go.
Carlos Chavis on his feet.
Great effort by the Titans in this half.
And now it's a new ball game.
Yes, it is.
Maple 28, Lorain 28. 8 minutes to go in the ball game.
And Lorain High, whatever was said at halftime seemed to do the trick.
Yes.
Defensively especially. Excellent job by the defensive squad here, changing the total complexion of this football game.
So Titans have come from 16 down on a pair of touchdowns and 2-point conversions in the second half. But it's been the work of the defense,
yes.
Steve.
Yes, the defense has done an excellent job. All the gashing that was being done to them in the first half is...
They made a couple of bonehead plays
Yes.
to begin the half with the penalties, but they picked up a turnover on the drive.
And to their credit, with those penalties and the big 3rd down conversion, they stepped up, got their composure, and made the plays they needed. Got the football back to their offense. Eddie with a nice punt return.
Okay, Saunders to kick. We've seen it all on these kickoffs except for a deep one. The deep guys are at the 25. Sherm, foot away, high, down at the 30. It's outside 35, 40, knocked out of bounds at about the 44 or 45 yard line. So good result for Maple Heights,
Good
as they haven't been tied all night. They got the opening kickoff, went down and scored 7-0, and then Lorain was touchdown to answer, didn't make the conversion. And Lorain's been chasing them ever since, but now they've caught him at 28 at the 8-minute mark. 7:52 right now. 1st and 10 Maple, their 45-yard line. Titans defense has been stout in the second half. Shotgun formation, quarterback keeper.
Nice play.
Hit behind the line. Kenny Washington, all 180 pounds of our defensive tackle.
But he shot in there, wrapped up nicely. That's a nice stop on first down.
He's made some plays this half.
Yeah, I mean, and think about it. Maple Heights in the first half, how many times we say 6, 8 yards on first down? This half, minimal yards gain, and that.
Like I say, I think they've done a better job of protecting their lanes and not falling for some of the misdirection. Smith looks to the sidelines now, changes the formation, calls for the snap. 3 receivers near side. Whistle, timeout, Maple.
And that's their last
one.
Oh,
maybe not.
No. What do we got here? Yep.
Okay.
They're out of timeouts.
Well, the flag was almost in the air when the back judge and the side judge were looking at one another trying to decide who went first. There's 7:08 to go in the ball game before we, at this point, would play overtime.
Yeah.
We're tied at 28.
And the fact that Maple Heights has no timeouts left, that could be critical if this game is close in the last couple minutes.
And Lorain with
the Titans to get that football back and score some points and force Maple to have to score to tie it. But not to put the cart before the horse, but
first things first.
Yes.
Defense has got Maple at 2nd and 12, but they're at the 43 already.
Watch that matchup at the top of the screen there with Javante Richardson.
He's going to run the option.
Bring him down.
Rashad Berry hit him hard. Smith hard right at the 50.
That's
going to get 7.
Decleater, isn't it?
He's going to get 7 on the play. And 3rd and 5. There's another one you can write down, Steve.
Yep.
With that 3rd down play that Neal made earlier.
Yes. Well, the Titans defense with a big 3rd down.
Motion, run behind the motion. Not going to get there.
No, did not get it.
Get a couple.
If you're Maple, you're going to go for it or you're going to kick it here?
Well, that's what they're looking to see.
It's about, what, 2.5?
Well, here's the problem. Lorain's jumped a couple times tonight on these.
Yeah.
4th and 3.
If I'm Maple, I have no problem going for it here.
Well, if I'm Maple, I have no trouble trying to draw Lorain off sides. Their offense is unbalanced to the near side. They snap it. They're going to roll this way. He's going to score.
Yeah.
He's going to score. Wow.
Wow. Lamar Smith.
48 yards untouched. Lamar Smith and
football.
Bad snap, but they were so unbalanced to this side that we didn't have anybody with even a shot.
No.
When he hit the hash mark, I think I said he's going to score.
He's going to score at about the 35-40.
So, well, 5:40, and the fortunes are turning. Spot down, kick up, kick good.
Well, Jay, I look at it this way. The Titans are set up now with a touchdown and 2-point conversion. We hop on the bus and head home a winner. So the offense has an opportunity.
35-28. The vital statistics. 5:40 to go in the ball game in regulation.
Now, if they score,
plenty of time for Lorain High. No need to panic on offense. Coach McFarland and his squad can use whatever plays that they really need to use.
Oh, they've got the whole playbook open. I don't think Lorain's completed a pass today, by the way, have we?
That's a good question. You know, we've tried a couple that were incomplete. We've had opportunities to complete some big passes.
Yep. Well, 8 Richardson will kick. Williamson is back deep along with Davis. Second level, you've got Barry 6 and Saunders 5 on the near side. Neal on the far side with Chavis. So you've got the guys that are used to handling the ball.
Yeah.
This kick's angling to the near side. Is that Kevin Davis? 25, 30, 35,
Get out
40.
there,
Spins across the 40 to the 42 or the 43-yard line. Good slashing, attacking return. Got the ball upfield in a hurry. And good field position for the Titans.
Titans are in a spot where they're in good shape. You told us that 5 minutes ago in the game you got a chance to win it on your final drive. I think we all.
You told us that at halftime. That's for sure.
Sign us up.
So
buckle up, Titans fans.
Brown is to the near side now with Barry. Short side is Neal. They flopped things around. Snap straight ahead. Sherman Saunders tries to bounce it to the outside. Maybe loss of a yard is about as good as we can call that.
Yeah, good penetration there by the Mustangs.
They're going to give him a no gain on it. 2nd and 10.
It's probably fortunate.
Chavis just runs into a wall at about the 50, going to gain 2, or at the 45 rather, going to gain 2, third and 8 for Lorain. Now, Brown will go to the far side and step out. Neal is split to the far side. Kevin Davis, 25 this side. Rashad Berry in the slot. Williamson, quarterback, fully loaded backfield. Williamson trying to run the option. Still on his feet, out near the 50. Going to make it possible.
I was going to say, now you put yourself in a spot where you might go for it here.
I don't think there's a question. There's a flag. And it'll be interesting. There was a coach outside the numbers.
That's a warning against the Mustangs.
That's really interesting. 4th and 3 is the call.
Well, by Eddie's second effort, he really helped to get the Titans another 2 or 3 yards, just pushing that pile.
Well, big play here with the shotgun. Of course, it's a long way to go to get to the line of scrimmage. Let's see what the Titans dial up here. Williamson, Chavis.
He got it.
He's across and pushed back. If the far side guys got, well, they both got him spotted for the first down.
Good run by
Carlos Chavis.
Chavis did a nice job just plowing right through that hole. Big conversion for Lorain.
We're going to spot it at the 46. 3:40 to go. Clock running. So are the Titans. Davis and Barry near side. Williamson gives to Sherman Saunders. He's straight ahead inside the 45 to about the 42. Give him 4. 3:10 to go. Titans up over the ball. Of course, this isn't the 2-minute offense. This is the regular offense.
Yeah, exactly.
Pitch to Saunders.
Nice.
Makes a man miss. Gets down near the 40 for a couple. Steve, I've been to practice. This is how they practice.
Yeah, that's what they do. They're very high speed.
They practice this speed.
And that's one of the things that you talk to the players, the kids I have in class, they all say we have a high speed, high intensity practice every day.
3rd and 4, 2.5 to go. Eddie Williamson puts the mouthpiece in, calls for the snap. He's going to run it behind the 2 backs. He's going to get 2 or 3.
Just shy.
Eddie took a pop there and bounced off. Down to the 37, 4th and 2. They're going to go under center. And if they got away, well,
he got it.
He was over the line, yeah.
He got it.
He got it. And if I was going to say, if they got away without an illegal procedure there, I'm stunned.
Yeah, it looks like that. There's no laundry on the field, so the Titans move the chains on a big 4th down conversion.
Because Eddie, when he walks up under center there, I think he's supposed to be set a second. And it was
close.
Yeah, but we'll take the first down. 1:54, the clock is ticking. They're on the 35. They got to get in 2. It's back to passes Williamson. He's got a man down the middle. Rashad Berry inside the 10. The big fella comes down with it. I think that's the first completion of the night for the Titans.
And Rashad Berry,
well,
a big catch.
That's why he's going to play in the Big Ten next year.
Yeah, he's a Division I talent. He's got the physicality, and right there, he used his body, got him some space, and another.
Okay, there's 1:38 to go. Orsler's in at tight end. Davis is out. Straight ahead, Saunders. Nowhere to go. Maybe he's down to the 8. Daquan Pulley around the ball. Going to call it 2nd down at the 8, 2nd and goal. I don't think the Titans are going to be able to run it straight ahead and get it in.
No, I'd like to see Eddie move out of that pocket a little bit, give him a chance to use his feet.
Chavis inside the 5.
Under a minute. Titans would like to just put this into the end zone with about no time left.
So it's 3rd and goal from the 5. Williamson short side option.
He's going in.
Touchdown, Eddie Williamson to the house. With 33 seconds to go.
Well, we're a 2-point conversion away from taking the lead, and Eddie Williamson has been a big key to this Titans comeback tonight.
Well, there are 3 ways you can contribute in a football game: offense, defense, and special teams. He just scored the touchdown. He had to pull the fumble loose on defense, and he returned a punt to set up the last touchdown.
And this could be your ball game right here.
It should be the ball game one way or another. Untimed down, 33 seconds to go for 2 points and the lead, Lorain. Saunders.
He's in. He's in.
No signal.
Oh, no. Wow. I thought
no signal.
Stretch across there. It looked like he was going to maybe get that football over, but.
Well, you're on the road.
Yeah.
You've got to get in.
Yeah.
You know, and he was close, but.
Wow.
What a disappointment. We got 33 seconds left, and we have
an onside kick in
2
here.
timeouts.
You know.
Stranger things have happened.
Wow. That's a shame because Sherm had those feet pumping and he stretched that ball. I was hoping that, again, we're at a bad vantage point up here, but
you can't second guess the call handling it to a guy that's got the yardage he's got tonight.
I mean, the Titans went to their bread and butter. That's what they do. So Lorain High is going to set up, I would assume, for an onside kick. Hope for the best.
Well, lots of low numbers out for Maple Heights as they come out to field some sort of a pooch kick. Lorain doesn't have the timeouts to kick it deep. Now they've got a different kicker out there. Malik Rembert is going to tee it up. You got to have 5 on each side of the ball.
Let's see if the Titans can get a little bit of luck here on a bounce.
Well, they ran one early in the season where they pooched it up and they almost caught it.
I don't know why that was the case.
Smothered by a pair of Mustangs at the 25. Not sure what that was meant to be, but now it's going to be 3 kneel downs, and Maple Heights is going to come out of here with the win.
I don't understand that. Unfortunately, that kick was not where the Titans needed it to be.
So 1st and 10 at the 25, 30 seconds to go. There's the knee. Timeout, Lorain. You'll just have to do it a couple more times.
Yeah, that's not really much you can do here. You're battling the uncontrollable force of the clock.
Yep.
Barring any Joe Pisarcik moments.
Oh. Gosh, I lived in New York then.
Some people that are watching this are saying, what are they talking about?
In a situation just like this,
yeah.
The Giants elected to hand off and fumbled it, and Herman Edwards of ESPN fame picked it up and ran it in from just about this spot.
Yeah.
And the Eagles, on the last play of the game, scored a touchdown. Coach McFarland with some words for the officials.
This is a nice comeback by Lorain High, just falling 1 point short.
I think what this is don't let anybody get hurt. We're not going to use our other timeout. Go back to the end zone.
Yeah, would that be something?
I think the Titans are going to let the clock run out in a
it's going to be your ball game.
Sign of sportsmanship, and it's going to be a long bus ride home for these Titans.
Yes, yes it is.
Steve, as the clock ticks down, and the Maple Heights Mustangs, with the big play, beat the Titans. As the two teams shake hands, we'll run down the scoring and offer a final thought here. The game started, Lorain kicked off, and Maple Heights took it in on a pass to make it 7-0, 7:06 left in the quarter. They kicked off. Lorain ran a kickoff to the 42, and on the first play, Sherman Saunders took the ball up the middle for 58 yards and a touchdown, 7-6 Maple. Then Maple came back, and on a 4-yard run, the quarterback, Lamar Smith, in an omen of what was to come, scored, and with the kick it was 14-6 at the quarter. Lorain High was held on the 2-yard line, and on a 98-yard drive, Maple Heights capped it off with 8:30 to go in the half. On an 11-yard pass, the kick made it 21-6. Lorain wasn't done yet as Sherman Saunders took a 28-yard pitch around right in from Williamson and went in to make it 21-12 at the half. Third quarter started out, Lorain received the ball, could do nothing with, kicked it to Maple, they could do nothing with. Lorain got it back in pretty good field position and drove down, and it was again Saunders with a 17-yard run, and this time the conversion was good, and it was 28-20. The fourth quarter began, and again Sherman Saunders on a 6-yard run after about a 50-yard punt return from Eddie Williamson made it 28-28 when Carlos Chavis took it in for 2 points. Lorain's defense trying to hold. It was 4th and 4, I believe, for Maple on the 48-yard line, and they spread the Titans out, and their quarterback took a low snap and rolled to the left, and it was apparent that they just had Lorain outnumbered at the point of attack, and he went untouched 48 yards into the end zone, 35-28. Lorain got the ball back and pretty calmly marched down until Sherman Saunders went in with a 5-yard run with 33 seconds to go. Lorain, of course, does not kick extra points, and so the try for 2 was all important, and the give was on a similar straight-ahead play to what they'd been running. Sherman Saunders got down near the goal line. It was a push-pull. He never landed in the end zone, and So there's no challenge flag here, and the Titans were denied, and 35-34 is how it ended after Maple recovered the kick.
Yeah, this one to me stings worse than last week because it was a game that, in my opinion, there was a lot of opportunities that the Titans had. You had the drop pass right before the end of the half. You had some stops and plays, down here. You turn it over, then they turn around and march it all the way down the field. Not being able to convert two-point conversions, not having the ability to kick extra points. I mean, those points that the Titans leave on the field tonight was one of those nights where it cost them.
Yep.
And it cost them the football game, unfortunately.
So the season's not over. They're 4-3, and there's still the opportunity to make a playoff run. I think if they win out, they're going to be in pretty good shape.
Yeah.
But upcoming next week, I believe it's Cleveland Heights.
Yeah, and it's time to regroup. You're heading back home, George Daniels Stadium on
2 tough road losses. Got to come home and make a statement against Cleveland Heights, and then my mind's leaving me now. Who's the ninth game? Euclid, and then wrap up with Warren Harding.
Yeah.
So you got to win those 3 now. You've put the pressure back on yourselves, but this is a position you wanted to be in. You wanted to have pressure at this point in the season.
You're playing meaningful games late in the year, which is something that Lorain High and Lorain football has not really seen a whole lot in recent times. So, and the fact that you're playing a game that hurts like this, that's a good thing.
It's supposed to hurt when you lose.
So, hopefully the kids rebound, and I know that they had a good week of practice, and hopefully they can learn from this and capitalize on some of those opportunities and not leave so many points maybe on the field and get back in the winning ways.
Well, that's it for Maple Heights. For Bob Schlenbaker, who got us on and kept us on, and for my buddy Steve Cawthon, this is Jay Ferguson. Until next week, have a good night, everybody.
This has been a production of Lorain City Schools, TV 20 WLCS.
To purchase a high-quality copy of the program you just viewed, please call Lorain City Schools Television at 282-8400.